Okay, so I've been playing fighting games for a while now, and I feel like one of the things that's never really made sense to me in regards to how the community views things is this bad stigma of picking up a character that you want to main in a fighting game because of how they look. Like, I don't understand how that is a bad thing. I think attraction of a character is important for both male and female characters. You know, a lot of people like to look down on others for wanting to play a character just because you're attracted to them, or people say you can't play them just because you're attracted to them. Yet those same people will also agree that stories aren't important in fighting games. So if the story of the character isn't important, then what the fuck else is there other than the appearance? Like, why else would you want to play them? And yeah, there's their play style, and you can say like, maybe I like this play style more than this one, or maybe this fits me more than this, but that's kind of after you've already chosen a character you want to play. So what's gonna make you initially choose that character? Probably if you like their design, if you're attracted to their design, if they're attractive to you. And even then, playstyle, like a lot of that stuff comes down to you learning the character, right? You can adjust to a character's playstyle if you really want to learn it and stick with them. You can't really adjust to a character's design if you're not attracted to it. You know, if you don't like how a character looks and they look ugly to you, and I don't mean like ugly as in, you know, their body or their face. Like, I mean, they could be an ugly character as in, you know, someone like Baraicho who just fucking farts and shits and, you know, burps. Like, it's just not something you want to be doing. Maybe you're really good with them because maybe they're easy to play to you. They're easy for you to pick up, but that doesn't mean you want to play them because something about their design, their aesthetic, their personality, whatever, is just ugly to you. It's unattractive to you, you know? So yeah, playstyle aside, if the story doesn't matter, what's the main reason you're gonna wanna play a character? It's their appearance, right? Like, let's stop acting like it's such a bad thing to want to play a character that you think looks cool, or that you think looks pretty, or that you think looks attractive in some way. Because guess what? You're gonna be looking at this character a lot if you decide to main them in a fighting game. So why wouldn't you want to be attracted to them in some way, you know? If you don't like how they look, it's gonna wanna make you play them less. I think also like cosmetics and being able to customize the look of your character is kind of important too. Like, in case you don't like their base look, but they have a costume that looks amazing, and let's say you like the playstyle of that character, but you never really could get behind the way they looked in their base default design. So you just never really wanted to try them because you knew you didn't want to be caught playing a character that looks like that, right? But now we get this costume that makes them actually look sick, and you're like, oh, okay, now I kind of want to play them because they look cool, right? Like, a lot of people are into the whole goth Lolita like dress type of thing, or like the Japanese schoolgirl, right? Like, you know, it's just a different look for the character, but you might be really into that particular design that makes you want to now play a character if they can be in that costume or be in that look, right? And then it also kind of solves that issue of not liking the way the character looks if you like a character's playstyle but don't like how they look. And I think that just allows for people to, you know, play more characters and play characters they actually want to play. Because let's face it, looks do matter when it comes to video games. If this wasn't the case, people wouldn't have gone so hard on hating on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, right? Everybody said the gameplay was great, but it looked garbage, and so it failed. So looks do kind of matter. And I'm not even saying that they matter to me specifically, but I just feel like it's annoying when people are so quick to be on this train of like, yeah, looks do matter. This game looked garbage, so fuck this game. But yet, when it comes to a fighting game and how a character looks, it's like, oh, you only play that character because they're attractive to you? Like, oh, you're not a real fighting game player. Like, you know, it's like, bro, like, of course you're gonna want to play a character that stands out to you, that you like their design, you know, like, obviously. I remember one time I was watching a video from Anime Illuminati, who I think pretty prominent figure in the FGC. I think he also goes by Juna. But I really do not like that guy because after watching the video that he made where he was like talking about how, you know, he doesn't like people that like Christy Montero from Tekken or whatever. And it's like, you know, he starts talking about how he thinks it's dumb to like waifu characters in fighting games, and you know, you should only like the badass male characters. Like, that's kind of the energy he was giving off. And like, he's like, yeah, I play this character from this game because he's so cool, he's so badass, he's so manly, blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, you know, that's cool and all, but like, that don't mean everybody's gonna want to do that or have that same opinion or want to be like you know what I mean? Like, I like the waifu characters, I really do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you like using the waifu characters, like, who cares, bro? And like, that's another thing, why does it matter so much what someone else likes to play or likes to use, or, you know, likes to have their enjoyment out of the game? How does that affect you? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to have so much hate and negativity towards what someone else likes or enjoys? You know, it's not affecting you in any way. And then you have these people that are like, they get so mad. They're like, oh, these people aren't real fighting game players, they don't really like the character, they just like how they look and stuff. It's like, bro, like, they make it seem like the same can't be said about them. Like, you know, it's just so dumb. It's so annoying. It's actually like, really makes no sense. And like, I hate how when you have one female character that looks good in a video game, everybody says, oh, this character's for the gooners, you know, or it's like, oh, everybody's gonna simp for her, like, she's for the simps. And it's like, I don't know, to me, I kind of hate that, because it's like, it makes it seem like, you know, women in real life don't want to play as attractive women in video games. It's like, bro, that's just not true. Like, if a baddie I know in real life wants to play Street Fighter, she probably is gonna want to play as a baddie too, so she can actually resonate, you know what I'm saying? Like, she can actually relate to her character. You know, she a baddie, she want to play as a baddie. Like, what, like, how is that such a foreign concept to people? Like, you think women don't want to play as good-looking women in video games too? Like, is that so wrong? Like, am I missing something? You think I don't want to play as a good-looking guy? You think I want Kazuya to be no muscles, no tone definition in his body, looking ugly as fuck, no like teeth loss? Like, bro, no. Like, yeah, I want my Ryu to be fucking buff as hell. I want my Kazuya to be fucking ripped as shit, muscles chiseled, scar on the chest. Like, bro, like, if they made all the girl characters flat and ugly to avoid people quote unquote gooning, then yeah, I don't think a lot of women that play fighting games would like that either. But yeah, in my opinion, I feel like you should main a character in a fighting game because you love them. Like, I feel like you need to pick a character that just really resonates with you in some type of way. It could be how they look, it could be their playstyle, whatever it is, it's got to be something that makes you love it enough to stick with that character throughout all the bullshit. Because there is a lot of BS in fighting games that is going to make you rage, want to give up, but you have to look at your character and be like, damn, I love this character so much, I'm gonna keep playing. I feel like that's always been the best way for me to pick a character in a fighting game and like actually keep playing that character. Cause like the characters I like to use or that I main in fighting games, like Mila in Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive has a lot of BS in that game. Brad Wong, Hayabusa, Honoka, like, oh my goodness. But I love Mila so much. I love her moveset so much. The boxer playstyle, I really like her design with like the red and black hair. Her attitude, her theme song is really dope too. Like, I love this character so much. I wake up in the morning wanting to play as Mila because I just love her moveset. I love the way this character feels in the hands. Like, when I use my controller and I do moves with her, it just feels great. I love this character so much. I really do. That no matter what happens in DOA, I will always keep playing because they have a character as amazing as Mila in it, right? Now, if they ever make another DOA and they don't have Mila, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be looking kind of grim. But that's the thing. I think it's important to, you know, have a character that you resonate so much with. I feel like a lot of people do have that character that they really like, and it's unfortunate when, you know, a game series comes out with another entry and they don't have that character. They don't have your main, and you're like, damn, do I buy this game? Like, that's unfortunately why a lot of my friends don't have Tekken 8. You know, one of my buddies, he's a Miguel main, and they don't have him in Tekken 8 yet. So it's like, you know, but I understand. I totally understand. Because, like, if Street Fighter 6 didn't have Jury, I mean, I don't know if I would be in a rush to play the game, you know? Like, I totally get it. I totally get it. So, yeah, I do think you need to have a main, I think, especially when you first get into fighting games. I feel like having that character that you're like, oh my God, I love this character so much. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna need to have that love for that character and that devotion, because when all the bullshit starts hitting you and you want to quit and you want to give up, that's gonna be the only thing keeping you into the game, keeping you playing, keeping you invested, is that love and devotion. Because if you don't have that, it's gonna be so much easier to just drop the game, you know? And yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's just annoying when people are like trying to put these barriers or try to gatekeep you playing a fighting game just because, you know, you might like the character that you're playing, not specifically for their play style. And it's like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, it doesn't even affect you as a person. Like, if I'm enjoying the character because of how they look and not necessarily for their play style, which I can adapt to because it's a fighting game and I can learn how to play this character, you know, what does that have to do with you? What does that have to do with you or your enjoyment? You know what I mean? It's a very weird thing that I've never quite understood. So maybe some of you guys could help me out with understanding this take in the comments below. I would love to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts on anything I had to say in this video. And yeah, while you're at it, you might as well leave a like and subscribe. Over here, we do talk about fighting games all the time on this channel. So hey, you already know what to do if you want to support your boy. But yeah, with that being said, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, hopefully I will see you all in the next one.